Sound speeding, roll camera.
Still rolling. Everybody ready?
Come up with camera one.
Yeah, step into the
Five,
shade room, then I'm into the
4,
All right,
three,
you ready?
2.
All right. All right, it's your girl Tori Hughes, and we're stepping into the shade room. I'm here with my boy OT Genasis.
Yeah,
What you sipping on, OT?
this Patron, Little Red Boy.
A little Red Bull?
Yeah,
You a little lit?
just like that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to get straight into this, okay? All right, one of your biggest hits right now. Back in the day, it was, you had us all singing Baking Soda. You know what I mean? Right now, you got us back in the kitchen again with the, Cut It. I mean, so how do you feel about, what other people might say about you talking about drugs?
I mean, I ain't really. See, this is one thing, you know what I'm saying? It never really bothered me, because I was always the type to not really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Never really bothered me, but then when it started getting to, everybody start, with the haters, when they put it there and it was like, yeah, just a lot of kids that listen to this. And I'm like, well, I'm talking about Cocoa Puffs, so what are you guys talking about?
Right.
I don't understand. Where are you coming from? You know what I'm saying? And so the kids know, and I made sure I put that out, and especially when I did the remix, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, Cocoa Puffs, yeah, that's for the kids. Stop trying to act like you don't know what it is. Baking soda ain't cut me no check. If they don't, I'm gonna show the motherfuckers what an Arm & Hammer is. You know what I'm saying? First, I'm talking about, when I talk about the kids, I'm talking about Cocoa Puffs. So
Cocoa being so big, did you think that you would come back so strong with something like Cut It?
You know what? It was a problem for me. And I say that because when I did the record, it was so big, and it was so big here and overseas, and it happened at the same time. And it was just like straight out the door. So I was actually scared, and I was scared to lose. You know what I'm saying? And it was the record was so big that everybody was like, yo, the next one, it got to be bigger than Coco, or the next one. So how you gonna top this?
That's a lot of
and
pressure.
Everybody, it was so much pressure, and I'm so scared to fail that it was crazy. But I forgot. At the same time, I just forgot everything. And what I mean by that is, in the beginning, it was just me. And I forgot to just keep it original and be yourself. When I did Coco, it was nothing too strategic, nothing. It was just things that I tried, you know what I mean? And me and my delivery and me being creative. And I forgot all that went out the window when when the record went so big. So with Cut It, you know what I'm saying? I just went back to the streets, man, just back to everything that I know. So it was so easy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hard. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm here now, man. It's time to go.
Right. Okay, so in Coco, people may have thought you were talking about skin or dark colored skin. Is it a preference that you like, a skin type, or no, you just...
No, man, I don't criticize at all. I like dark skin, light skin.
You ain't got no type.
Nah, I ain't got no type, you know what I'm saying? And that's funny that you say that, because at the same time, it was like, I'm from Belize. I'm Belizean. I'm from Central America, next to Guatemala, to be exact. And, everybody thought that I was African. They thought I was Jamaican and everything. And then, Coco means something else in Haiti. So everybody thought I was Haitian. And it was just, nobody knew where I was from. And it was like, where it's coming from? And, I have so many Hispanic friends, and I have a Hispanic background, and my parents speak Spanish. I got Hispanic friends, so it's just super crazy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if you know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about Coco, yeah.
All right, cool. So we're gonna go back into the beginning of times. We're gonna go back. You was under 50 Cent at one point in time. How was y'all relationship? Do y'all still have an ongoing relationship, or what?
Great. Me and 50 is 100. He signed me in like 2011. You know what I'm saying? He was the first person to know that I had that, you know what I mean? And that's why to this day I still give 50, I always big up 50, to this day. Because at the end of the day, I'm never one of those dudes to feel salty, or because you're not in a situation, I could be, you know what I mean, or act a certain type of way. The way I look at it is like, you put me in this and you saw this before anybody saw it. And when I did sign with him, being over here, it just made me that guy, because I had, I had like a stamp. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
I wasn't unsigned. It wasn't this. It was like 50 signed this dude from the
Yeah.
West Coast. So it was like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his name a little
and
strong out
you know
there.
what I mean? And
Right,
it was
right.
like, and even though it wasn't that long and everything, but we had so much fun. We did crazy like shows together. We did one big ass show in Vegas, you know, me, him, Floyd. It was just crazy at that time, you know what I'm saying? I had so much fun, and I picked up so much from him. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so when Coco popped off, you know what I mean, and I made sure that the first thing that I do, no matter what I do when I get to New York and go on this run, I gotta go see Fifth. And I went, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I went over there, went on a run, and it was like, yo, oh, Fifth went out of town last minute. He was waiting to see you and such and such. So I didn't tell him I was coming. He was just like, yo, he was waiting to see you sometime and whatever. I'm like, okay, cool, I gotta see him. So one time I seen him, and it happened to be at AOD out here when I seen him. You know what I mean? He was like, you know,
strip
and he
club.
made sure he said he was promoting the effing vodka.
Right.
And he made sure he was like, you know, he said something like, I don't want to quote it, but he said something like, you know, like I seen it first. You know what I'm saying? And it just made me feel good, man. This is great.
Right. So what's your relationship with Busta Rhymes right now? You know, y'all doing big things. You know?
Yeah. Buster, man, he's a mentor and a business partner.
Right.
And, you know, I was actually performing. One time he seen it out here. I was performing, had the club going crazy. I had a record called Touchdown at that point. You know what I mean? It was just local, but it was shaking. You know, same thing, drug reference records. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. But anyway, you know, we business partners, and you know, we got crazy things going on right now, man. Our relationship is like dope, it's tight. He understands everything, understands where I come from. You know, we get in arguments and all kind of shit like that, but that's just because it's real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not real if you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's more than label shit that's going on.
What about any other relationships? Like you got a relationship with 50, you got a relationship with Busta. You know, any other artists out there that you got strong relationships with that you consider, you know, tight or that, you know?
You know what? I would say most of the dudes that I ran into in the industry that I consider is like real close or tight, but like Diddy, French, Snoop, the Migos, Dolph. Let me see if I'm missing. I don't want to miss nobody.
That's real.
Sheesh. Well, you know, it goes on,
them.
but I can't. You know, I mean, there's so many
Can't
people in the
remember,
industry.
yeah.
Yeah, but those dudes right there been always solid and been 100 since I met them, and we've always been rocking. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
All right, cool. So, I mean, ever since everything popped off for you, you know, took off, how do you feel like your life has changed? Like, did you have to...
Everything changed.
It did? Like, how?
Like dramatically.
Like women,
It's
money,
hard.
what, friends? Is your
Women,
circle
money,
changed?
friends. Okay, let me tell you something. Definitely, this is how crazy it get. And I never understood it until you're really in that situation. And it's like, you know, when you start getting the money and family starts treating you different, that's crazy, because out of everybody, like, family becomes enemies. And it's really, it can happen in a blink of an eye, because at the end of the day, some people start believing that when you do what you do, when you're being successful for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you mean.
At the end of the day, and you have to realize that I do all this. I have a son.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I have a son, and my son has autism. You know what I mean? So I have to be there. It's certain things that I deal with that a lot of people don't deal with. Or a lot of people that, you know, don't care, but not saying not like that, but I'm saying, like, I have to do real shit. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knows this. I have to deal with early intervention and making sure that he's on top of his game. My son is on top of his game, everything. My son is 5 years old. I have to make sure he's on top of his game at every, like, I have to stay on him. You know what I mean?
You got to.
Staying on him to make sure that he's smart as hell. But it's different when you know that your son is not typical. You get what I'm saying? And you have to deal with him and handle him every single day.
Right.
You get what I mean?
Give him attention.
And so, right, you know what I'm saying? And so this is shit that I deal with. And then you have family members that's like, oh, you on now? You da-da-da? Or are you flashing money?
Treat you
You
like you're
da-da-da?
him now instead of family.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm like, why we can't leave it how we left it? Because originally I was the one that was sitting in my mother's home, sitting trying to figure it out. While everybody, while everybody's going, my mother's side is, everybody's going to college, everybody's getting their master's,
Right.
And it's a circle that's never been broken. And I'm sitting there like I'm not that. I'm a street nigga. I'm running around trying to get money in the streets. I'm stealing shit. I'm robbing niggas. I'm doing all kind of stupid ass shit, and I'm trying to figure out my way.
Because you're from out here, right?
Right.
Long Beach.
Right, Long Beach.
And so, like, your past, you started off kind of...
My past, I started off crazy. That's because I was always a follower.
How'd you get into rapping then? Like,
I was never a leader. Me rapping just came from, I'm going to keep it honest. Me rapping just came from, I always wanted to be fly, right? This is a crazy, this is a crazy thing. I always wanted to be fly. Like, that's my whole thing. Like, back in the days when I was in high school, I was listening to, like, I would never listen to, West Coast music. When I was back in the days, I was listening to like Joel Santana and Jim Jones Cameron. They was fly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They was fly. They was from Harlem. It was fly. They had all the fresh shit. Like, that's the kind of shit that I was into. You know what I'm saying? And so in school, I was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? In my program, I ain't had a program together. My mom was trying to have me right. I ain't had a program together that I thought that that's what it was all about. You know what I mean? And my mom trying to get me on the right, on the right track. Excuse me, but I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only thing that mattered to me. And so when I saw a rapper, I just saw automatically, I saw a nigga that was fly and that had money. Everything that I wanted. Everything that I wanted. You know what I'm saying? He was fly, he had money, he had bitches. That's what I wanted. I'm like, shit. And that's what I thought was important. You know what I'm saying? And so I find myself robbing niggas and doing all this shit, going to shoe stores and clothes stores, doing run-outs, everything, grabbing the clothes, going to the register, and just getting up out of there. Because my mama wouldn't do it for me because she don't tolerate the bullshit. Yeah. So I just take it myself. You understand me?
Now that you got everything that you wanted, do you feel like it's still important to you, what you thought was important, like the women, the money, all of that?
All that shit ain't important no more. What's important is the money is important.
Right.
And I will always say that. And somebody told me, they was like, it's not all about money. And I sat there and I said, you can't tell me that. And I'm going to tell you why.
Because you need it for everything.
Let me tell you something. When you get in that car and you drive to work, you need gas. If you're catching a bus, you need bus fare. If you need a day pass, you're paying for a day pass.
Amen.
You're doing all that to go get your money. You understand me? I don't knock how you get your money, but you're doing all that to get your money. It's niggas that sneak on the bus and their parents don't have no money. They sneaking on the bus or sneaking on the trains to go get money, and they getting tickets and catching $150, $250 fines and going to court, and they can't pay it. When my son was born, I had to pay a fee.
Right.
When you die, you have to pay. There's people that's working at car washes. They got their car wash and everything because they can't pay for a funeral. Can't nobody fucking tell me anything about money.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So we're going to tap into, for my roommates, we're going to tap into your love life. Is it a woman?
No.
No, not right now?
No, I'm going to tell you why.
Why? Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. Because I guess the women that I come across, women are very needy. You know what I'm saying? I don't knock it. I don't knock it at all.
Okay.
And I don't feel that. I'm just scared. I don't you know what I mean? I don't want to be the bad guy. But I just don't feel that. I feel that they're never satisfied. And I feel that you need to put in a lot of time. Unless that woman is doing what she needs to be doing and she's very ambitious. If she's very ambitious, she's not thinking like that.
Exactly.
So it's kind of a weird situation. It's a seesaw for me, because I could run into a woman and she's just like, oh, I need this, and I could run into a woman and she's like, oh, I have my own, and I'm doing such and such and such, and I'm getting you know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm striving to be somewhere in my life.
You focus right now. You can't give her all the attention.
And so I'm focused. I can't give you all the. I can give you attention, but I can't give you all the attention.
Right.
You understand me? So it's just it's just stuff like that got me in a situation like that.
That's dope. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, is there anything that you got to tell our roommates? Anything you want to tell them? Say something to them.
Man, stay tuned into the Shade Room. This is OT, Tori right here, man.
Right.
We're making a movie.
Amen.
Y'all already know what time it is, man. Tune in, man, every day, as much as you can. It's here.